Okay, so this is clearly my video response to Kayla Hansen's The Family Reunion. The first question, does the opening make you want to read the full essay? Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a good opening. Maybe like, I don't know, a few more like descriptive details, but I'm not much of a complainer. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I mean, it's good. Like, it's something you can relate to because everyone, you can just kind of like feel the shift in like the seasons when like school's about to start, and I think it's a really interesting twist that it reminds you of like your family reunion. I think that's cool. Um, what three things does the author do well in the opening? Again, the description of like the seasons changing is really interesting to me. So I don't know. I guess I was not thrilled. Again, relating that you're not thrilled about summer ending and having to go back to school. Um, and like the size of your family is impressive. Um, I have a very similar like family dynamic, except for the fact that I don't really get along with them very well. But so the second question, is the story entertaining and keeps you engaged? Absolutely. Again, good descriptive details that kept me interested. And the two parts of the story that were memorable were you talking about originally, like when you like the ridge. I thought the ridge was a good part because it's got like a personal touch to it with the nausea, and then the part when your grandma gets dementia. It's very sad. Yes, there is dialogue for question three. Um, and what conversation meant the most to the story. I don't think. I mean, I'm not a big fan of dialogue, and like I don't really like reading dialogue. I'm more of like a descriptive person. But the part about like who wants to ride the four wheelers, like because like that's how it is with the family. You see them. I mean, I suppose, but kind of assuming. But you don't see them after a long time, and then they're just very welcoming when you see them. And like I think that kind of like makes the whole paper a cohesive piece. Like talking about like I don't know, just like the connection that you have with your family. Question four: does the author provide vivid description? And did you feel like you were part of the story? Yeah, very vivid description, especially, I mean, West Virginia is a very, I don't know, very interesting place and has like a lot of, a lot of ways to describe it. It's very, I don't know, it's very, very woodsy. But, so yeah, and I felt like, I could see, like, I can see things when I'm reading and I hear you describing your story. And what five words or phrases provided the most description? In the introduction, I thought there was like a good description. Sorry, I'm like trying to do two things at once. Uh, like I like the summer weather was coming to a close and not too far away was winter. I like that. Um, also, oh, the Baptist church. I guess that was another memorable dialogue. Because like that was like again like a good moment of like you can put yourself in that situation when like little people like us feel important because like people are just like attacking you. So I thought that was a good description. Definitely the dinner on the side of the mountain overlooking a curvy river flowing in between beautiful developed trees. The word developed, that's a very interesting word, and I like that description a lot. Um, let's see. Oh, obviously the description of the house being a castle, because like I can tell that you grew up with the house, and like ever since you were little, it's like it seems a lot bigger, and it seems to be a big house with 7 rooms. So I thought that was a good description. I think I'm at like four. Oh, and the garden. The garden was a really good description. I like that too. I like that a lot. Uh, Question five: does the story provide the reader a learning experience, and what did you learn from the story? Um, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if I'm like completely right because it's never safe to assume, someone's writing, but I think it's just kind of like the connection of family being very important, and you can always trust on them. Like, whenever you need them. I think I'm missing part of the question. I forget what the second half is. For learning expression, and what did I learn from the story? Again, just like the connection of the family being very important to you, clearly, and it's just a very interesting perspective because it's like we're polar opposites. Like I have a huge family just like that, but like I don't know, we just like don't really get along. With myself is I don't really get along with my family. So it's very interesting and like it's kind of nice to see that like especially like your best friend being your cousin. Like I would never hang out with my cousins, so it's very cool to see that, and I like that a lot. Question 6 is at least 4 pages long. Yes, that's a stupid question. Does it have a solid title? Yes. Provide an alternate title to the author. Um, I don't know. I really liked the castle. I thought that was a very interesting perspective because it takes a more like mature twist on like something so childish as like thinking a house is a castle. But so like if I were to change the title, I guess it would be the castle. But that's just me. But I like your title. I like it more than what I came up with. Um, Question 7, does that, oh, that was stupid. 8, did you enjoy reading the story? Why or why not? Yes, I enjoyed reading the story. Again, just because it's a very interesting perspective to see, again, like, the comparing and the contrast of like our two families. Um, yeah, that's it. So like um, in conclusion, I think it's a really good story because like again, I'm getting like awful redundant here, but those questions were redundant. Our families kind of seem to be like, a facsimile, but like not identical. So just kind of like twin relations, and like, so I thought it's very like ironic that I got to pick your story to read, but it was really good. It was very well put together. I don't know, a few like grammatical errors, but I'm not an English professor, so I don't really like touch on that topic, because I'm sure mine has like worse. So, but yeah, it's like a solid paper and like it's a good paper, so you should be proud of.